Hey, y'all, welcome back to From the Holler. If y'all are new around here, my name is Missy, and this channel is, well, it is mostly for supporting and loving others that are dealing with their loved ones' addictions or their own addictions. Uh, it's a tough life, y'all. Oh, I did not turn my notifications off. One moment, please. There we go. When you jump into the chat, say hey, say hi, say ho, say whatever comes to your mind. This is a judgment free zone. We do not judge, we do not condemn, we don't speak rude, okay? We show compassion for those of us that are dealing with this and for really anybody that's just having a crap day, okay? If you need a little pick me up, be sure to jump into the conversation. That's what we're here for. If you like this content, please be sure to hit the thumbs up because that helps support our little channel. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you be a part of our community here. Okay? We are building a very, very, very tight knit community that is full of love, it's full of hope, it's full of faith that things are going to get better and things are going to stay that way. So, anyway, hey Karen, hey Nisi, hey Sally, hey Rhonda, hey Jen, hey Marianne. Uh, Thank you all. Hey Dana, thank you all. Thank you all. Happy New Year to you and to your family. I hope that so far it is going well. Oh no, Tammy. Oh no. I hope you feel better. That there seems to be a bunch of them going around, and trust me, we will catch every single one of them that hits around here. Hey, Charlotte. Yes, this year has got to be a better year, y'all. It just does. I am claiming it right now. You hear me? I am claiming it right now. This year is going to be better. It has to be. It has to be. Okay. So, anyway, let's jump right into today. Y'all, I want to talk about something. For the past couple of, oh, for the past couple of live chats, um, we've kind of let go of the subject at hand, the elephant in the room, you know, all the things, and just kind of focused on um, anything but addiction. We've spoke the word, we've said it, we've kind of had many conversations here and there, but we've really not. We've just kind of kept it light and airy around the holidays, okay? And it's time we get back into this and figuring out, does it look like I'm homeless, dip talkie? Get back into what we need to do, you know, supporting each other, figuring out, making sure that others know that their feelings are valid, because a lot of times we suffer from not being validated by those that don't understand what this life is and what it's about and what it can do to us and how tough it is and all the things. Um, so we question, okay? We question ourselves as to whether or not we are we're doing things right. And y'all, there's no wrong or right way, okay? There's no wrong or right way to love your loved one. There's just not. You don't want to enable. but you can't stop loving them, especially if it's your kid that you're talking about. You know, I sent Niecy a video that I found on Facebook Reels yesterday, and it hit me right in the heart, like it just did. It was of a recovering addict, and he he was kind of going through his story a little bit, and how he had failed and gotten back up, and all the things. But that wasn't, yes, that caught my attention, but it was the comments that really grabbed my heart and pulled on my heartstrings. And those comments were from recovering addicts, um, praising their mamas, thanking their mamas for never turning away from them, and for being strong, and for being there for them and loving them through it, and all that. And y'all, that just, that pulled at me hard. And I sent it to Niecy, and all I said was the comments. And Niecy, you can correct me if I'm wrong. She did go back and read the comments, and they they were so strong. Okay, and a lot of people were saying that they would not be sober had it not been for the love and the strength and the faith of their moms. And um, I couldn't quit crying. I just couldn't. That hit hard. You know, I've had, I told you guys that I've had Joseph come to me and thank me for never giving up on him, even when I had every right to. And that's his exact words. You know, thank you for never giving up on me, even though you had every right to. And that was just music to my ears. And so when I caught that video, it was just like, wow, wow. And the comments, and I even posted a comment to one of them, and told him that he had one of those mamas that was full of strength that she didn't even know that she had until it was all she had to go on. And that they were both blessed. And I told him how proud I was of him. I don't know this man from Adam, okay? I don't. But I felt led to comment that. I felt led to say those words, and you know, it it was just something that I saw, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But when it comes down to loving an addict, is there such a thing of you being able to love them to death? Yeah, there is. There is. If you are enabling them, then yes, you can love them to death. I'm not going to sit here and judge anybody or say anything about that to anybody, because y'all, I'm guilty of that. Most of the stuff that I'm going to bring up, I'm guilty of. I did it. Okay? I did it. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I am not educated in, addiction and the realities, or anything like that. I'm not an educated woman in this. I can only tell you what I have gone through in my personal journey with Joseph's addiction. That is all I can do. This is my opinion only. Okay? I am not some psychologist or anything else. Okay? I'm not a counselor. I am just a mom that spent 15 years in hell, and finally starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. Um, I don't remember who it was that I told this. I think it was Nisi again that Paps and I were having, and we don't do this, okay? But we were having a little drink last night, celebrating New Year's Eve. We had one, and we asked Joseph if he wanted one. It was just a simple, rum and coke, nothing major. And we asked Joseph if he wanted one, and he said no. And I said, "What?" You know. And he sat me and his dad down, and he explained to us that he had been under the influence while ringing in the new year for the past 15 years. And look how that ended for him. Look where that got him. And that he wanted to ring in the year sober, not on anything, and see how that felt. And go into the new year with a clear mind and a clear heart and sober from everything. And so that's what he did. And I am very proud of him. Very proud of him. That was that was very powerful to me and his dad. And it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to hear him say all that. And I am I'm tickled pink with it. So, but when you love an addict, I know that there are some people out there that are just now starting this journey. And I want to tell you that you have embarked on one of the hardest things that you will ever have to go through. But you will find your inner strength. You will. You will find your inner strength. You will find your inner peace somehow, some way. And if you struggle with that, we're right here. We're right here. I've been in this for 15 years. There's others in this community that have been dealing with this for decades. Okay? Decades. There are people that are just now starting out this journey like you are. We're we're spaced out over the whole spectrum. We're not professionals. We are not educated. We are not smarty pants. Okay? We've just been through the ringer. We've just been through it all. And this is how we've dealt with it. This is what got us through. This is what helped us to maintain some sort of sanity in all the craziness that comes along with addiction. And that's all we can offer. Okay? I can't tell you that this, and this is going to work for you because it may not have worked. It may have worked for me, but it may not work for you because we've all got different situations. Our loved ones are not all the same. Okay, our loved ones are not addicted to all the same things. There are some addicted to alcohol. There are some addicted to different drugs, just different things. Okay, and so it's nice to have the community that we have that we've started here because there are so many people that no matter where you're at on this path, on this journey, there is somebody, maybe multiple somebodies, that have been where you're at and or are going through what you're going through at that exact same time. And it is nice to know that anything that you want to talk about, any issue that you bring up or that you're having or whatever, there's somebody there's somebody in this community that knows and that has been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, okay, and survived it somehow, some way. And it's sweet. It is sweet. Had I known that this was even an option years ago, would I have started a community on YouTube? Oh yeah, I needed it. Okay, I needed it. Still do. Still do. Um, there are others out there that feel like they are the only people in this world that have these issues or feel this certain way, and they don't know that there are communities like this one that will have their backs 100%. 100%. That's why I ask for you guys to share my videos, my lives, because, you know, it needs to get out there so that people can find us and people can jump on and become a part of the community. That's that's why. Um, Loving an addict is hell on earth, and there are times where you um, you don't want to love them. Let's start off 2025 totally honest here, totally open. Okay, there's times you don't want to love them. They don't love themselves. They are nasty with you. They could care less about what they say. They are just little butt heads, and you don't want to love them. You want to run screaming for the hills and find your peace and serenity once again. Okay, am I wrong or am I right? Some may not have had to deal with that. I have. Okay, I love my son. I love him to pieces. But there were times where I wanted as far away from him as I could possibly get because um, the addict inside of him is vindictive and mean and foul mouthed and just nasty. Just nasty. He is, he's nowhere near what my actual son is. Okay? He is the devil incarnate. And there were times where it was easier for me to put up a wall and block him out than it was for me to hear him, his voice, okay, um, say the nasty, atrocious, awful things that he would say about me and to me. I had been called everything but mama multiple times. There were physical altercations. There were times when I slept with protection under my pillow because threats had been made. And there were a lot of issues. And I don't know that I have ever opened up about a lot of details of what went on back then. I think I have skimmed over the story, um, just the general story of his addiction and things like that. And I don't know how deep I will ever go into specifics and things like that. Does it need to be told? Yeah, it probably does. It probably does. And maybe one day I'll sit down and, I will be an episode of our Surviving Addiction series. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I want to dig back into that, but it probably needs to be told. I'm very open and very honest with you guys about the things that are going on here with him, um, with the family, all the things. I'm very open and honest with you guys. And there's not, I mean, there are some boring things that I could probably, let y'all in on, but for the most part, you guys know every single thing that goes on here as far as his addiction is concerned. And my feelings and Paps's feelings, I don't, I try my best not to delve too much into Paps's personal feelings because that's his story to tell, not mine. I would more than love for him to come on here and, me and him sit here and talk to you guys. Do I see that happening? I don't know. I don't know. My husband is a very private person. I've told you guys that a million times. He's a very private person. But I would more than love to have him come on here and sit down and me and him just talk. And you know, loving an addict is not for the faint of heart. That is for sure. And you will find out, and it won't take long, but you will find out just how strong you are quickly, very quickly. You are going to lose friends. You are going to lose family members. You are going to, um, I lost, I mean, I've told you guys before, I've lost um, friends that had been friends with me for, you know, 40 plus years. And as soon as the truth came out, um, they turned tail and run. I have a sister that I've not spoken to in over 5 years because of her stance on um, my child and his addiction. Even though she had a child that suffered from addiction, and that child um, that child passed away. She was in recovery, and she wound up passing away from um, issues after addiction. Okay, she left behind 6 kids, and she was more like my daughter. Okay, but my sister decided that her daughter wasn't worth the effort, and I swore that wouldn't be me. Okay, I'm different. I'm not her. I'm the strongest. Okay, she's older than I am, but I am 10 times stronger than she will ever be. Um, she would not even go to her daughter's funeral. Okay, and I know I've told this story before too. Um, yeah, so be prepared for that. It may or may not happen to you. I can't say yay or nay either way. It may or may not happen to you. I just know that it happened to me, and I have had to adjust. I've had to adjust to uh, dealing with this with a whole lot of, well, a whole lot less people surrounding me, and the people that I thought would lift me up and support me, they were the first ones to go. Okay? They were the first ones to go. And I'm just left standing here like, so for years I suffered in silence. I felt like I was the only person in this world that was going through this. Boy, was I ever wrong. Okay? I didn't tell my story. I didn't share what I was going through. I was going through pure hell. Okay? And I'm sorry if y'all don't like the words that I choose to use, but that's exactly what it is. Pure hell. I chose to go through that. I shut everybody out, including Paps. Including Paps. My son's addiction, and because I loved the addict, um, it almost cost me my whole family. And it can easily do that. Um, it was easier for me to shut everybody out than it was to have the constant chatter in my ear, okay, of and feeling feeling so run down and feeling so stressed out all the time, you know. You're not doing this right. You're not doing this right. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to have this chat with him. You need, and it was just like a constant. You you would not believe I couldn't sleep. I couldn't I couldn't deal with things. Okay, so I shut everybody down. And when I tell you I shut Paps out, I mean I shut him out 100%. I would not talk to him about any of it. None. None. Mm-mm. You couldn't make me. And he would get frustrated, you know. And I mean, who wouldn't? He would get frustrated, and he would almost beg, you know, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. And my reaction was, no, we don't. Leave me alone about it. I'm not talking about it. I do not trust you with my feelings. I mean, and I didn't. I didn't. I didn't trust anybody with my feelings. And when I turned 50, and I don't know that I've ever told y'all this part of the story or not, but when I turned 50, the day I turned 50, I woke up and I said, no more. No more. I'm not hiding this anymore. I'm not going through this by myself anymore. I'm not sheltering anybody from this anymore. Okay? Because I had been sheltering others from the reality of how bad it had gotten. Not only with Joseph and what he was doing, but just how far gone I was. Okay? And I decided that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. I am not. They're going to see the full big picture and they can choose to stick around or they can go. One of the two. But I am not going to hide this anymore. At that time, I was doing pure romance, and I had to kind of sparkle and silly words, razzle dazzle. I had to go all out, okay, and I had to be okay in order to do that. I had to refine myself, not. I had to find Missy again, not the addict's mom, okay. I had to find me. I had to because somewhere in all that, I'm sorry again, but somewhere in all that bullshit that I had been dealing with and that I had carried alone, I lost who I was. Okay? I had no clue what I even liked and what I didn't like. None whatsoever. If y'all see that comment by Florence there, you hit it well. I met you when you were doing PR. I never would have guessed back then. At that point in time, I was searching. I was searching and clawing my way out of a hellhole that I I had allowed myself to put myself in. Okay, all because I loved an addict. I loved my addict. I hated the addiction. I hated what it did to him. I hated what it made him into. But I loved the absolute shit out of my child. Okay? I'm telling you all this. Somebody needs to hear this. I don't know who. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who's going to get anything out of this. I just know that somebody needs to hear this today. Somebody needs to know that they're not going crazy. They're not all alone in this. Okay? And that if nobody else in this world understands even bits and pieces of my story, okay? If nobody understands what's going on with you, there may be bits and pieces of my story that you can grab hold of and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is at least one person on God's green earth that has been there and done that and made it through it. And you will not have to go through this alone like I did. So, anyway, that's where I want to start this off at. Okay? We're going to have more of these conversations. Okay? No, none of us, again, uh, the sad thing is no one should feel like they have to hide it. No, we should not. We should not. We should normalize using our voices. Okay? I've told y'all that they don't have a voice. We have to be their voice, and that's just the way it is. Their voice is being silenced by the addiction, and that's just the way it is. Um, and we, most of us, are the moms of the addicts. We should not be ashamed. We should not be scared. We should not feel like we have to hide any part of this that's going on in our lives. Okay? We shouldn't have to. Am I saying buy a t shirt and have it printed on there? No, I'm not. But if that's what makes you feel better, hell, go do it. If that's what makes you feel better, if that's how you decide that that's how you want to handle it, go do it. I Again, what works for one may not work for everybody. Okay? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I wish that there was a magic paintbrush and one stroke took care of it all. I do. Wouldn't that be sweet? Wouldn't that be easy? Wouldn't that be so much better? But it's not. There is there is nothing. I wish I could snap my fingers or wiggle my nose like Bewitched, and it all be over and done with, and I could get my life back. Okay, this wasn't how my life was supposed to be. Mm-mm, no. See, I was on track for a whole other life until this hit me in the face. Okay, a whole other life. Nobody sits back when their kids are growing up and says, I want to be the mom of an addict when my kids grow up. I want my I want my kids to grow up to be fill in the blank. Nobody says that. Nobody wants that. And I guarantee you, if they had to walk even a quarter mile in any of our shoes, okay, oh, wouldn't this world be different? Wouldn't this world be different? Now, I don't wish anybody to have to go through what we've been through or are going through, okay? I don't. Not, there's a couple of people that, I wish some things on, but not this. Nobody deserves to have to go through this. We don't deserve to have to go through this. But for some reason, here we are. Here we are. I have I have always put myself out there, and I have always told you guys I am right here. I am right here. If you need a shoulder, if you need an ear, okay? If you need help finding your voice, I am right here. And if I've never been through that situation, or I don't have the answers that you might be looking for, there are people in this group, and we will bring it to the group, okay? And you can tell your, you can ask your question, You can tell your story. You can do whatever you need to do. And the group, I am I'm al- I'm almost 100% sure that there is somebody in this group that can help you out. Okay? But please do not ever think that you cannot reach out to me. My email is in the description box of every one of my videos. It has not changed. My P.O. box address, if you'd rather write me a handwritten letter, that's okay too. You can find me on Instagram. I think my Instagram is linked in the description boxes of all of my videos. You can find me there. Okay? 2025, this is the first day, chapter 1 of 365. 2025, we're going to deal with some hard things in this group. We're going to hear stories of how others have survived addiction. We're going to get down to some hard truths, okay? Some things may be hard to hear, but you know what? I would rather them be said and shown lovingly right here in the group than I would be for you to get the wrong information. And that's also out there. You guys got to be careful of that too, unfortunately. Um, yeah. The sad part is that there are people out there that would, I don't know why, but they like to give false information and false hope and all the things. And it's sickening. It's it's sickening. And I mean, it's almost like scams. I don't know. Lord have mercy. Dude wants to know, are you single? I'm interested. Get real. Um, and I am probably going to butcher your name, Trelana. She says, I'm having to learn how to help without enabling, and uh, that's really hard to know the difference sometimes. It is. It is really hard to know the difference sometimes. Um, no giving money. I mean, that's just right off the bat. That is my top suggestion. If they call hungry, get them food. If they call out of gas, take them gas. Or call the store, the gas station, and pay for it. You know, um, if they need medicine, get it for them. Never cash. They're not going to use it for that. Um, what really what was really hard for me wasn't that. That was pretty easy. Um, what was really hard for me was not bailing him out of jail every single time he went to jail. There for a long time, I as soon as it was possible, I was bailing him out. I was there with the bail bondsman, bailing him out. I mean, the minute that they made it possible for me to bail him out, I wasted a lot of money doing that and a lot of time and a lot of effort because as soon as he walked out that door, oh dear God, um, as soon as he walked out that door, he went right back to using. He went right back to it, and I know that. And another thing that I have said before, we're mamas. We want to fix this for them. We're fixers. And there is no fixing this. We have no control. All we can do is sit back um, and watch the shit show happen right in front of us and hope and pray that it ends soon, you know. So that is that's the bottom line with this. It is. Loving an addict sucks. Okay? And I don't mean that. Don't don't take that the wrong way. But it does. It does. And there will be days where you just want to scream and you want to turn everything off and you just want to hide in a hole. Okay? That's the reality of it. There are days where you can be doing great. Okay? You're in a good mood, you're happy, you're dancing around, you're getting stuff done, and then you get a text message or a phone call or yeah, and you get knocked right back down to square one or below. For most of the time for me it was below square one. It was like -10 most of the time. So we're going to get into this. Grandparents, I see Nashville Public TV is doing a series on grandparents raising grandchildren. If anyone is interested, y'all, that's a whole other subject, and we're going to get back into that. We're going to get back into talking about that. I feel like it needs to be spoken on and spoken on often. Um, by no means is that an easy route either. Okay? And yeah, it needs to be talked about. It does. But we're not going to accomplish everything today. We have got a whole year in front of us and we are going to dig into some hard subjects and we're going to talk about them. Okay? Like I said, I don't know who needs to hear this. I have no clue. Has it been laid on my heart? Yep, it has. It has. So, therefore, I feel the urge and I feel the need, and it's happening. It's happening. Will there still be times where we use these chat and check ins to um, to still have those days where we talk about anything but addiction? Yes. I need that just as much as you guys do. Okay? I honestly do. You know, one of the reasons why I stopped doing videos every single day was because I had to dig deep every single day and speak on some very deep and hard feelings about addiction that were hard for me. Okay? And I couldn't handle doing that every day. I just couldn't. Because every now and then I need solace. I need to break away. I need some peace in my life too. Darling, you have come to the right place. You have, and you have people that will love you through all this and support you through all this. And I am so glad that you are here and that you are sharing bits and pieces of your story and what's going on. And that is awesome. We do. We do. You're right, Nisi. We do need a laugh and a giggle to get by. If we just sat and dealt with this every single, which we do, but I'd be crazy. Okay. You homeschool your grandson. I sure do. I do homeschool him, yes. Um, I don't know if y'all are, we're on transition here, okay? I don't know if y'all are in the path of this storm or not. We are. It is getting colder here now, and I'm gonna freeze. Okay, so we're supposed to start school back up Monday. I think. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. Pat's is supposed to go back to work. He has been off um, a long time. Seems like. Okay. I love him, but he needs to go back to work. Aiden's supposed to go back to school, but um, we'll see how this weather does. We tend to lose electricity very easily around here. I mean, the wind could be blowing hard, and we'd lose electricity. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys are prepared for this bad weather that's coming. They're changing things and temps and forecast and all that. I don't know. The, I don't know what's fixing to hit. This may be, you know, butthole deep to a giraffe. I don't know. And it may be a dusting. I have no clue. All I know is it's going to get cold. Okay. We have been in the 60s here for the past several days. And I'll be honest with you, I am all about that. But as soon as I found out about the storm, my butt was outside getting stuff done and trying to prep for this. We live in a community where we are very lucky to see salt trucks. We don't have that. We live on the very end of the county, and we are the last ones that's taken care of. So yeah, we'll see. Hey Sheena, how are you? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All this is supposed to hit Sunday. I think we're going to wake up with it going on Sunday. Don't get me wrong. Snow is beautiful. Okay, it is. I enjoy it for a couple hours, and then I want it to go away. I don't drive in this. If you, most Southerners think they can, but they really can't. So I hope it's not either, Trelana. I really do. I cannot stand. I cannot stand it. Hey Jeff, thank you. Bye, Miss Charlotte. Love you. Happy New Year to you, Jeff. Now, I have not been paying attention to a lot of the comments that have been coming in, and I apologize for that. If there are any comments that you feel like um, that you really need for me to answer, please let me know. Okay. Um, oh Lord, Sheena, yes. Now Paps will try to get out. Okay, and go. He's just, yeah. No, I stay home till it's melted off. Okay. It, I don't go. I don't go out in this. My little car would be like, what? But why? So we don't deal with that. We just don't deal with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's chat and check in. I hope you guys got something from it. I hope you guys are getting, I'm going to say it like this, okay? It sure is, Miss Nisi. I hope you guys are getting the nutritional value that you need from this channel. I hope that you are pulling bits and pieces from every live or every video, whatever the case may be, that you're getting bits and pieces that you need, and that is sustaining you until the next one. If I need to add another chat and check in during the week, we can totally do that. You all can let me know. Hey, Wednesdays and Sundays it's just not enough. I need I need the community more than that. So hey Mary Ellen, love you. Happy New Year. Y'all can let me know, okay? I may even put a poll out in the um, community community corner. Y'all know what it is. So yeah, it's time. Exactly, Rhonda. It is time for us to start healing. It is time for us to start taking care of ourselves. We have taken care of everybody and everything long enough. And we will continue to do that because that's what we do. Okay? But it's time for us to start taking care of ourselves. It is. You cannot fill others' cups when yours is empty. Remember that. Love you guys, and I will see you, if not before, I will see you guys Sunday. I am doing the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge. I got those videos coming out. So we're gonna mix this up a little bit. Okay. If you don't want to watch those videos, that's fine. Scroll on by. Okay. Um, if you want to mix it up along with me, let's do it, y'all. Okay. Like I said, I have some here that's here for addiction. I have some that's here for the cooking and the homesteading and all the other stuff. And watch what you want to watch. And if you don't want to watch it, scroll on by. Okay? Just stick around. Don't leave just because I'm adding stuff to it. Okay? Love you guys. Mean it. See y'all later. Bye, babes.